Instead of the fountain pen day sales, I went to Target. This is a really cute notebook. I love dogs, and I picked it up for my daughter actually. It's Vietnamese origin, which often means the paper is nice for fountain pens, anecdotally. Should I decide to take it off her or not give it to her? It's got a little date slashes for dates at the top, nice little margins, looks like college rolling. I would say it's 5mm, but I don't know for sure. But that's, and cute little end papers, very simple, but the fabric binding is nice. There's a closure, and it does the trick of a little satisfying, even a gold embossing and a cute little title. So that's the first part. This one I was really surprised about. It's so cute. This is for me. A vegan leather notebook pouch, also from Target. I don't know if it'll show on here, but it was in the same aisle. And it says Petite Blooms, again made in Vietnam, and it's I don't know how to pronounce this, Denik. And it's really beautiful. There's this like kind of faux suede, I'm assuming, but it has that feeling of suede, and then there's these embroidered little flowers, and you can feel it. A pen can sit right in here, and then you've got a zipper as well right in here. Silica pack. I'm always very afraid of those with little kids, if they eat them. I understand it's an emergency. So and this goes around the book, and I just think that's so beautiful. And then the last thing I got from Target was this. I'm going to take it out of the packet right away because there's a lot of glare. But I thought it was cool that you can change I thought it was really cute. It's, speaking of silica, it feels like those poppers, but they don't. Do they pop? Oh my gosh, they kind of do. Yeah, that's cool. And then, it said coffee lover in a nice kind of pattern, but they give you all of these, and I should indicate what this is. Letterboard journal, Pearhead, and one notebook, 200 line pages, and 70 letter and symbol tiles for customization. I was wondering how many doubles I would get. And then, it's do your best, love yourself. This is so cute. That one I didn't even have to think about. Yeah, really cute. So I thought I could, there's even a period. Yeah, nice. I'm sure there's lots to look at there. So, exclamation mark, that's cool. I like it. I'm hoping there's question marks. I like putting questions on there, but really easy. I know I've got some of those little signboards that you often put in photos. I got them, actually I was gifted one or maybe both around the time of the baby being born, and they're really cute, and this obviously means nothing. I'm just it's satisfying to put these on here. Just showing how it's really simple. The boards are not that easy. I did notice though, it's very decorative because they fall off. So I think it's more for a desk setup. Oh, that's cute. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's got ideas. Squad goals, stay humble, chill out. Very cute. And it looks, this is cool. Okay, I like this even more because it's actually a cover. That's very cool. Wow. Apart from the rolling tiles, if this is on the desk, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Good vibes. Do your best, smile often. Oh, good advice. Oh, this is so cute. So the top just says good vibes on every page. There's a little smiling emoji. Oh my gosh. It's shedding. This is so wide. I would almost say this is more than 1 centimeter. I feel like it's it's pushing at least 10 millimeters. So probably not designed for my age group, but maybe this is the one I should give my daughter. Maybe I will, but I'm going to steal it for the moment because I like the background. And then let's move these over here. Get them out of here. I wanted to talk about alternatives to fountain pen purchasing on sales in a frenzy. I just get a bit of fatigue every November, and I don't mean to sound like a Grinch, but I'm someone who loves sales. So when I see everything discounted, and it's at the start of November and then the end for Black Friday and all the preview sales and the early sales and everyone, it does become a little kind of overwhelming, or something that it doesn't bring joy. And I don't think Fountain Pen Day should be about buying necessarily. Of course, you know, it's great the retailers help us, but Peyton Street Pens is something I found by accident, and I really like them. They're well regarded in the fountain pen community. I never would have thought about buying secondhand, except I was looking at the Montblanc series, realizing that I was never going to justify buying them brand new personally, and I was also scared of getting a fake, because the fakes are so good on if I was to purchase on the secondhand market, which is said to be a good way to purchase. So that's how I stumbled on Peyton Street Pens, and I do have that, but I just noticed I have one of my, this is affectionately called my Christmas pen, and I've put these back in the boxes just to show that I love these boxes. I love the little satin pull. They're really compact, really easy to store, and really cute. So I was just describing how they pack with a lot of care. You usually get a freebie like ballpoint and sticker and a handwritten note, little, you know, thank you message, and also oftentimes a coupon code, which I use on the next purchase. This is a Benu Minima in the Berry Fields finish. And I'm not going to do writing samples today. I just wanted to point out that this was 2 figures, you know, and Benu's are pens that I love looking at the glittery finishes, but for a steel nib, I find the prices are a little steep for me. So this is a medium Schmidt nib. I love the way it writes. I just wanted to try it out, but I never could pull the trigger on the full price, even when they have really gorgeous designs, because it's a steel nib and I feel it gets close to the gold. And so personally for me, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it enough, but this is a smaller pen than a typical, you know, it's a little smaller, not quite a pocket pen, but I have some other Peyton Street purchases that I can compare it with. So let's see, this is one of my favorite pens. I purchased this year. This is a Pilot Custom 74. I love that it's not a demonstrator, and I actually assumed this must have been imported from Japan direct when I saw it online. It is the nicest nib. This is such a nice nib. I'm always reaching for this pen. I have it inked with Tsukio. I haven't cleaned any of these, or, you know, I use these in my daily rotation for sure. I'm always reaching for this one, but I haven't polished it. The plastic's really nice feeling, and I like the design compared to demonstrators. Yeah, I found that really appealing. I did see when I was looking up the pricing, so this was less than 50% of the current retail price that they have for this pen, and I noticed it's available actually in the US through Jet Pens, and they have soft fine medium and soft medium, and I think the colors are very limited, so I think it may only be the black. Even the stock looked limited, and I was surprised to see that. I thought actually that that was not a something that was available locally and in the US. This was the original. This was my first purchase, so I've kind of gone in backwards order. This is the Montblanc Meisterstuck Grande, so number 146, and I've shown this with I love this pen. I've used it every day since I got it. I use it in my 5-year diary. I also use it for work, just for my own records, and beautiful nib that's not really focusing in, but it's got, what I really liked is this is an ebonite feed, so that's not something you can even get on the current pens, and then it's not showing up because I've inked it, but there is a clear ink window. Let me see, I can't even see right, yeah, there it is. There's a clear ink window here. The new model's current model is striated, and I just like the look of the clear. So it's an OB nib. That's how it was, a left oblique nib. That's how it was marketed. But Montblanc don't label their nibs, so I'm not sure if it's an OBB or an OB. I feel like it could be an OBB. And it's a piston filler here. So really beautiful pen, love it. And that, you know, I don't worry about authenticity because Peyton Street have a lot of integrity, and they describe every blemish on it. Usually there's blemishes. It's like sterling ink. I can't even notice what they're talking about. And then the final pen is actually in my planner. So let's move these up here. So I've got this was the mini Montblanc, so you can really see it, kind of how mini it is. This is the 146, not even the biggest in the series, because the 149 I understand is a lot chunkier. So this really is a much smaller pen, but it fits in that planner loop really nicely. And let's see, put that here. This one, again, was half the price, less than half the price of this is currently sold, but I believe it's in the rhodium trim, so it's not gold, and maybe there was one other difference, but this came in with the box, which was really cool, and that's something that sometimes they'll mention it in the listing. So here's the business card for Peyton Street Pens for anyone who's interested. I have no affiliation at all except for being a very happy customer, but it's so nice to get the case, and I always think someone who keeps the case is someone who really looked after the pen or didn't use it, which is fine with me. There was a really nice freebie in here, which is, I mean, I don't know whether it was sold with the pen or if the person bought it together, but this is a leather Montblanc sleeve designed just for this little pen. I guess if I was going to take it out and about, I don't know if these scratch, but this is a pen that I have bought to use in the planners, so it's a little hard to get out. That's why this is in the box. A little hard to. And then I have shown this before. This was, so it's a little teeny tiny nib. It writes nicely. It's a medium nib. Again, not going to be marked by Montblanc. No ink window. This is a cartridge. They described it as cartridge only. There we are. It does fit the little Kaweco, and I've nearly finished the ink in here, but it does fit. This is the little Kaweco foldable, so this pulls out. I'm actually going to do it, but I'm going to move the box because I don't want to get it all wrong. So I've pushed it in to prime it, or to, yeah, I think it was really low on ink, but this, you can see there's a little bit of ink in here. That's you know, if you filled it completely, and then you can fold it, and that's fine too. I think because I was towards the end, I just pushed it up because it takes the same, I realized it takes the same real estate footprint. So yeah, really sweet little pen. Love that it came with the box and the sleeve. This to me felt just as nice as getting a new pen, like brand new. There's, you know, I know that they would come with the deal, and, you know, paperwork. I think there was, yeah, the paperwork is in here. This was cool. I was searching around for paperwork, and actually haven't even looked to see if it's got a dealer stamp or anything, but I wanted to know what the deal was with Mozart, because it's called the Mozart, the homage Mozart. Oh, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it was in the back here. So it's a kind of a cute little box. I haven't seen one like that. Let's see. Looks like a bit grubby on the bottom, but I mean, it's the box and it's probably been sitting that direction. I guess one reason that you wouldn't want to put the brochures in the back. But then when I looked through it, I didn't get to the point where I couldn't see the reason for the Mozart series being called Mozart. I did spend some time looking at these line samples of the different nib sizes that are offered because I wasn't sure if my other pen is a OB, OBB. But I could not find, anything specific about the Mozart or the reason that it's named that. And I do know that little case, I imagine it's, more expensive than my Pilot was. Those cases from Montblanc seem to be very expensive. So I feel like they start at 3 figures. So yeah, I hope that, if you are wanting to kind of rein in spending towards the end of the year, then these are good alternatives going through Peyton Street, or even just getting a good deal. None of these pens except the Montblanc, the 146, the rest I wasn't actually looking for, so I guess that's one of the risks. I peruse the website pretty frequently, and these all just popped up and caught my attention. I guess, that's one possible risk, but it's also fun. It's fun to go and see and research pens that you weren't aware of before, and then discovering like this Pilot that it's just amazing, and being able to get a unique nib is always exciting. So hope you all have a nice week. Talk to you soon. Bye.